Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to set up my September budget in EveryDollar. I have already done my monthly cash flow plan, and now I'm going to take these numbers and put it into EveryDollar. The thing I like about EveryDollar is that it actually copies my budget onto the next month, so I don't have to do that much work. And y'all know how I roll. I can be a little bit lazy. So yeah. And so it has it right here. We'll copy August budget to get you started. So yeah, I'm going to start planning for September. Now I was asked about EveryDollar. I don't have the paid for version now. I used to have EveryDollar Plus, and I was asked if I liked it, and I actually did. I like the fact that when I logged in, if any transactions had crossed my checking account, it automatically pulled those in. So I know what cleared the bank already. If something didn't cross my bank account, I would know. I did have an incident, I think it was back in 2018, where I had paid off a credit card and the payment never processed. And I'm looking online, it looked like it had, but nothing came across my account. So I had to do some calling and check on some things to get it done. And so that's what I liked about the paid version, was that I don't have to go into two accounts. I don't have to log into my main account, because there is one account that I really pay all my bills from, and then take all those transactions and put them in here and key them in. It just imports that in here. And I did like that. The only drawback that I found, and I'm not going to say it was a drawback, it wasn't a thing for EveryDollar. I felt like it was with the bank. They had these maintenance routines, and I wasn't always certain because I never really checked that site as much. And they send me stuff all the time, so I tend to ignore their emails. But when they were down for maintenance, and if I open up EveryDollar, when it tries to import, it would throw an error. So that would cause issues there. But other than that, I didn't really have any major issues or anything like that. So I'm going to go in and get started on the income section here, because you'll see this now. I have $91.50. That looks exactly like what was going on in August. That's because it copied everything. So in the income, $53.44, that's my main income. I am going to change this phrase to August. And so I was asked about why do I put cash envelopes in the income section? This is the savings from the month before. And so whatever I save, I add to my debt. And so I like to add it as income, so that way when I make the extra debt payment, it all balances itself out. Now this is going to be August rollover. And this is if I don't know of anything right now, because I haven't been billed for my utilities. And this is if I have anything coming back from my utilities. So let's say there's savings. I budget $275 and I think I paid like $250, $219 or $2 something last time. That would be the savings in that category, if there are any. It's been hot, so I don't know. This is going to be, I need to add a transaction for my sinking funds, and this is the insurance sinking fund here. And so I'm adding that in as income, and that's for $219. There. And so that gives me $56.13.92. So if you see me looking to the side, this is what I'm looking at. It's the monthly cash flow plan, trying to make sure I document everything accurately. But yeah, I'm going to be covering that particular bill for a whole year. So yeah, super happy about that. Looking at all of these, my sinking funds should stay the same as far as my deposits. Utilities, that's going to be the same. I'm going to drop the mobile phone back down to $65. I don't know what my bill is, because we've been having these rolling power outages lately, and a lot of times if I'm using my phone, I keep using it. So rent is going to go back up to $990.95. We did get an email about the surcharge that happens when they process the payment. And so they are going to start putting that back onto the resident now. So I'm glad I left that in my budget. Throwing internet back up to $150. Still haven't given them a call about that to figure out the plan and stuff like that. But my internet speed has felt the same. Nobody has felt anything like we got throttled back. But I had a really old plan. So I'm going to adjust my groceries because car maintenance, I didn't say anything, but my gas for my car and my car maintenance, they stay the same from month to month. So it's always $100 and $75 for the car maintenance. Definitely need to build that up. And groceries, I'm going to drop that down to $300. I count the number of Sundays, and if there's 4 Sundays in a month, then I get $300. If there's 5 Sundays, I get $325. And at $325, I divide that by the week. And so it reduces the amount of groceries that I can get from one month to the next. But since it's so hot, y'all know I ain't cooking. So if I was really, really cooking, I would add more than that. But I know I ain't cooking, so I'm not even going to play like that. This is going to stay the same. $2.99 for subscriptions. $50 for household. Why am I guessing when I got my budget right here? $50, $2.99, $46.08. That's a sinking fund. My pocket money and the kids' savings. And so let's drop down here to the insurance section. So there's some changes here. Health insurance is $22.44. That does automatically come out of my check, but I like to track this. Auto insurance, I am going to drop this down to $95 a month. My auto insurance went down to like $92.02. I missed that 6-month renewal cycle because I wasn't paying attention. But I did catch the renter's insurance. And so here I'm going to put in $219, and that saves me $5 a month. And my identity theft is $696. And now let's get down to my projected debt snowball. And that is going to be $27.07. I was kind of like, you see that debt payment was $26.52 last month. And so I have been like racking my brain trying to figure out why was it $2,700 right off the bat. 27 normally is my goal. And so I couldn't figure that out. But it turns out that it's the $25 that's not going into the food. It's also the $25 that's not going to my renter's insurance. So I'm just paying that flat $219. And at that point, it's just adding money to the insurance sinking fund to make sure I have enough saved up. Now, I do want to do some analysis on my side to project when September of next year comes around, make sure I have enough to pay the $219 again, and then when my car insurance needs to be renewed, I have enough to cover both of the expenses. And I think the car insurance, I need to take care of that in June to be prepared for July. I believe that's how it is. And I'll log into Geico's website to just make sure I take care of that. Now, if you're looking at this transaction over here and you see this black box, I can update that number in September. So September 1st, I can update this number. This minimum payment is the minimum payment from back when I first set up this thing, and I never took it out because I don't know, I like historic stuff. And so I like looking at that. And here, down here, are you ready for September? See last year's budget. So you can kind of click on that and it'll take you back to September of 2019. And so you guys are seeing my my paycheck from back then. And then I can also go through here and check out how everything shook out. You can see what I put into my taxes, how much my utility bill was $216 last year around September. So I wonder if I'm on track for the same bill. That'd be interesting. And how much I actually paid out in gas, groceries, restaurants, because we were in the office. So I was putting in for that. And my pocket money. So that lifestyle section has stayed the same. Health insurance, and I used to have a bank fee. Finally walked in and took care of that. That was like, I don't know, for me it's scary to go in and talk to people and say, hey, why am I being charged this? Can I get a free account? And that was my first time actually doing that. So yeah, this financial freedom journey, it has been empowering from the standpoint that I don't look at things like just take the order and deal with it. That I can actually come in, have a conversation and say, okay, this is what is going on. Do you have X? Like I have rights as a consumer. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah. And so you can see I had 2 debts last year. I was paying off a car. So I think I actually paid off my car that year. And I was paying on my student loans. So I just had these 2 that I had left, and now I only have the 1. But yeah, I had paid off that car. That felt good, not to have a car note. Car notes are not my thing. That's a one debt that I absolutely loathe. I don't like it. So now I'm going to go back to September 2020. So we are now looking at an EveryDollar budget. Was I about to say bunch? I don't know. But we're now looking at an EveryDollar budget for September 2020. And that's why I do the monthly cash flow plan early, because I'm ahead of the month. If anything goes down, like when I found out yesterday, because I got a text saying, hey, the processing fee for the $3.95 is now going back to the residents. I had been budgeting for it, or if I didn't have the $3.95, I can make that adjustment right here online, and it's real easy to do in EveryDollar. When I'm debt free, I am definitely going back to the paid version of this thing right here because I actually liked it. I thought it was a good tool. It's easy for me to understand and stuff, and that's no shade on any other tool. I actually like watching people do YNAB. So we see right now my projected portion of income that's going to go to my debt is 48%. So can I get it closer? Can I get it to 49% or 50%? Because y'all know my goal is always 50. But yeah, I am actually done. And so I am going to stop talking and let you guys have the rest of your day to yourselves, to have a super fantastic one. And thank you so much for spending your time with me. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe below. Bye, y'all.